Okay, so this is a Z690 Edge Wi-Fi DDR4 by MSI. Um, Basically, I bought this because this will be compatible with my new Intel Core i7 12th generation. So this is one of the few motherboards that will be compatible with that. As you can see, Intel Core supports 12th gen Intel Core processors. So it's got a chipset Z690 Intel, so perfect for that. Intel motherboard. So if you go on the back here, it's got features, CPI support 12th generation, CPU socket LGA 1700, Z690 chipset, one PCI 5 times 16 slots, 2 times PCI 3 times 16 slots, so 2 of those. And supports AMD Crossfire technology, graphics interface, that is. Also the display interfaces which supports 4K at 60 Hz, HDMI in HDMI 2.1 and DisplayPort 1.4. But it says it requires processors graphics for that. Memory support is 4 DIMMs, dual channel DDR4 5200 plus. Expansion slot 1 times PCI 3 times 1 slot. Storage has 4 times N2 generation 4 times 4 times 4 64 gigabyte slots, gigabits per second slot, sorry. The USB ports 3.2, 6 times 3.2 generation 2, 10 gigabits per second. Sorry, go back to the 1 times USB 3.2 generation 2 times 2 gigabits per second slots, and it's got 2 times 3.2 first gen 5 gigabits per second slots, and then 2 times USB 2 slots. So altogether that's like 15 USB slots. Can't complain about that. LAN porters, Intel 2.5 gigabits per second, audio 8 channel, wireless, built-in wireless Bluetooth, Intel Wi-Fi 6 module, Bluetooth 5.2. So as you can see, it's got a high range of a range of high, which supports high technology, latest technology functionality there. Great option for cooling system. I've actually bought this for my cooling system, which actually failed in my last board, so I used this opportunity to do an upgrade. So amazing. I'm going to put this in now. I'm going to put all my components plugged into my motherboard and see what's going to happen. Windows 11 compatible, of course, TPM2 version 2, lighting Gen 5, with all the RGB lighting systems on there. So I'm going to plug my components on there and see what happens. So opening this motherboard up there, this box up, sorry. It's quite heavy. Put that aside. Okay, so I've turned got the motherboard here, and first of all I'm going to Put in the RAM memory, 2 times 64 gigabytes of RAM memory here. So here it's got 2 banks of 2, so you want so here you've got one pair here, 1 and 1, and you've got 2 and 2. So installing in pairs, you go 1, that's 1 pair, which is the first and third ports, and you've got the second and fourth ports. That's if you've got it this way up, you've got the motherboard this way up, okay? So let's install these. Corsair Vengeance RAM slots in here. Push them down until they click. So I put that into the first one there. So now I'm going to put it into this third slot over here. You want to unclip, pull open the clip, sorry, and you want to slide those in. Make sure you got the short ends of the pins. The pins are in 2 halves there. The PCB board, 2 halves. So you want the short end, the short length, to the right here. If you got the board this way up, and you want to press down until it clicks. You're going to have to press down quite firmly. And now you've got the, you want to put the board in, the MV, sorry, you want to put the MV drive in, which goes under here. You want to unscrew this here, these 2 screws here, 1 and 2, you want to unscrew both of those. Just advice about unscrewing, it's always wise to press down firmly and then unscrew by turning it anti-clockwise in order to remove the screw safely, otherwise you thread the screw, which you don't want to do. Just remove that, and then I'm going to put in my 1 terabyte drive here. Slot that in this way up. Want again the PCB board, you want the pins, the low mounted pins on the right hand side, that gets put into the right side there on the port. So plug that in, push that in, press down. You want to unscrew this, the screw here until it's until it opens. So we want to play around with this. So you want to unscrew this here. There's a little screw there which holds the other end of the RAM of the MV drive in, and then unscrew it enough so that you can so that the drive slots underneath that screw, and then you want to screw back in again, like so. And then possible, if possible, you want this black clip to hang over the drive. I mean, this is the first time I've done this, to be honest, on this board. So yeah, so that's that, and then you want to slot the cover over that. And then you want to screw that in like that. And then the other side, the other screw. Don't screw it in too hard, because you want to be able to, if you should you want to take the drive out, you want to be able to get into it without any effort, and that's not going to fall off at all either, is it? So next I'm going to put in the next drive. I'm just trying to figure out where that's going to be put. I think it's going to be put on this side here. Then that's going to go over there maybe. I think it is. So I'm going to unscrew, take out my other drive, my other MV drive. Place that there, and I want to so this is the next port we're going to focus on. Let me zoom into that one. So this one is where my second drive is going to go, my second MV 500GB drive. So I'm going to unscrew that. Now I'm going to plug this into the second one here. That will always be a C drive. The one I focused in before, that will always be your C drive. Now one is going to be your second drive there. You can put in either of these two. Don't be too worried. So now I want to screw back in. So another thing I just noticed is if you turn this cover over, you've got thermal pads over here. So if you peel these off, I've just got the one at the moment on this side, so peel the adhesive cover off. This will cool down your drive, and like so, and then screw back in. And then this one here, again not too tight because it's unnecessary. I move back onto this side. It might have a cover on this side, again on this side, which I missed out, so let's remove this. Yes, it does. So you want to remove this cover, this adhesive plastic cover, and then you want to plug back in. Like so. That's it, sorted. Now next comes the processor. So yeah, remove the clip. Actually, I want to open my processor up first. This is i7-12700K 12th generation Intel Core processor, LGA 1700. Yep. So again, it's a Intel Core i7-17 i7-12700K processor. I'll put a link of these hardware in my description if you want to get hold of them for your latest gaming. This is for a gaming computer, by the way, a gaming PC. There we go, that's that. Now this is a 12 core processor, would you believe? They've even changed the shape of it. Looks more of a rectangle shape as opposed to the previous one, which is a square processor. Let me see if we can compare. So that's an i5. Yeah, i5 or Core 2, sorry. Processor, but they're all the same. They're square. This is now rectangle because I believe it's a bit more ergonomically designed to improve thermal heating systems, for example, especially for the cooling systems, for the water cooler, sorry. So I'm going to remove the cover. remove the cover by pressing upwards, pushing upwards to remove the cover. This cover is used to protect the pins, the slots, the pin slots on the CPU. And what you want to do next is you want to use this bracket here, metal bracket, to you want to pull it out of this kind of hook, if you like. Pull it towards you, and that's that. And it doesn't hurt your finger like it hurt mine. Ouch, that did hurt. And we'll pull this open. So you've got that open there. So you want to know which way this goes in. So basically, the top right hand corner is the way it goes in. Is where this, can you see here? So the top right hand corner there. That's which way up. That's how you know which way up the processor goes. To get the processor, can you see here? It's triangle over here. That's where that goes. So it goes to the top right hand corner. So you place that in here like this. You close that. So what you want to do, so you close the bracket there, and this arm, you want to push this down, and then under the hook, and then inside like that. That's it, done. Okay, next we're going to apply some thermal paste. Act as a cooling system between your heatsink or your cooling system, water cooler, making contact to your processor. So to attach this, to apply this thermal paste, I place bits in certain corners, so like this. I just drag it along. Don't put too much, because it would just be just spill that to the sides, and it wouldn't be very effective. There you go. And more or less ready to go. Here you want to apply your graphics cards to these slots here. PCI 1, PCI Express 2, 3 and 4. That's basically where your graphics card's going to go, this one. So you got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 slots, and obviously you're going to plug in your switch and your USB case USB ports and in your fans. But that's for the components. That's the main thing. That's what I wanted to cover in this video. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. And I'll try and post a video if it's booted up once it's in the system, if you get a chance to. But well, thank you so far for watching. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. So as you can see, I have my computer, my motherboard in with all the components in. I've plugged in all of the cables, the switch, power LED, reset button, USB audio, and also we've got the water cooler system plugged in as well. So let's turn it on to make sure everything's all in. And we have to put the graphics card in actually. It's going to do that after. Yep, order's working fine. Just need to sort this out actually. This RGB strip, and all will be good. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.